Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak Healthy. Today, we are going to talk about mindful eating and how it can positively impact your life. Mindful eating is a practice that involves paying attention to the experience of eating with the goal of fostering a healthier relationship with food. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with fast food and processed snacks, it can be easy to eat mindlessly without even realizing it. However, incorporating mindful eating into your life can help you become more aware of your eating habits and make more conscious choices about what and how much you eat. We will share 5 of the best tips to help you incorporate mindful eating into your daily routine. Tip number 1, eat slowly. When we eat too quickly, we tend to eat more than we need to, as our brain doesn't have enough time to register that we're full. This can lead to overeating, which can contribute to weight gain and other health issues. On the other hand, when we slow down and take the time to chew our food thoroughly, we allow our brain to receive signals from our stomach that we're getting full. This means that we're more likely to stop eating when we're satisfied rather than continuing to eat until we're comfortably full. Additionally, when we slow down and savor our food, we can enjoy it more fully. Eating mindfully allows us to experience the textures, aromas, and flavors of our food, which can make eating a more pleasurable and satisfying experience. By taking small bites and chewing thoroughly, we can also better appreciate the effort that went into preparing our food and the different ingredients that make up each dish. Mindful eating can also help us develop a greater appreciation for the food we eat and the impact it has on our health and well-being. When we slow down and pay attention to what we're eating, we're more likely to choose foods that are nourishing and satisfying rather than just eating whatever is available for or convenient. This can lead to a more balanced and healthy diet and help us develop a more positive relationship with food overall. Tip number 2, remove distractions. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get distracted while eating. We might watch TV, scroll through social media, or answer emails while we're having a meal. However, these distractions can prevent us from fully experiencing our food, and it can also disrupt our body's signals. When we eat while watching TV or using our phone, we're not fully present in the moment. This means that we're less likely to notice the flavors and textures of our food and more likely to overeat or eat too quickly. Additionally, when we're distracted, we may not be aware of our body's signals that we're full, which can lead to overeating and discomfort. By removing distractions and eating at a table while we eat, we can focus our attention on our food and our body's signals. This can help us to eat more mindfully and to develop a greater awareness of our body's needs. We're also more likely to notice when we're getting full and to stop eating before we overdo it. Eating without distractions can also be a more enjoyable experience. When we're not distracted, we can fully appreciate the effort that went into preparing our food, and we can savor the flavors and textures of each bite. We can also enjoy the company of those we're eating with if we're sharing a meal with others. So, removing distractions while we're eating is an important step in mindful eating, as it allows us to fully experience our food and our body's signals. Tip number 3, listen to your body. Listening to your body is an essential part of mindful eating. Our bodies are incredibly intelligent and are designed to tell us when we're hungry and when we're full. However, in our busy lives, we can become disconnected with our body signals and rely on external cues to tell us when to eat and how much to eat. Paying attention to our body's hunger and fullness signals is the key to developing a healthy relationship with food. When we eat in response to our body's hunger signals, we're more likely to eat when we actually need to eat, and not just because it's a certain time of day or because we're feeling emotional. Similarly, when we stop eating when we're full, we're less likely to overeat, which can lead to weight gain and other health issues. Learning to recognize our body's signals can be challenging, especially if we're used to ignoring them or eating for other reasons. But with practice, we can become more attuned to to our body's needs. We can start by paying attention to how our body feels before and after we eat, and by checking in with ourselves regularly to see if we're hungry or full. Mindful eating is not about strict rules or deprivation. It's about developing a more positive relationship with food and learning to trust our body's signals. When we listen to our body, we are more likely to make choices that support our health and well-being, and to enjoy our food in a way that feels nourishing and satisfying. Tip number 4, practice gratitude. Practicing gratitude is a powerful tool for cultivating a positive mindset towards food and eating. When we express gratitude for the food we're about to eat, we're acknowledging the effort that went into growing, preparing, and serving the food. We're also recognizing the abundance and privilege that comes with having access to nourishing food. Expressing gratitude before a meal can also help us slow down and become more present in the moment. We're taking a moment to pause and reflect on the food we're about to eat, which can help us to appreciate it more fully. This can lead to a more enjoyable and satisfying eating experience. In addition to these benefits, practicing gratitude can also help us develop a more positive attitude towards food and eating. When we appreciate food with gratitude and appreciation, we are less likely to view it as something to be feared or controlled. Instead, we can see food as a source of nourishment and pleasure, and as a way to care for our bodies. Practicing gratitude doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths before a meal and silently expressing thanks for the food. Or you might choose to say a grace or prayer that resonates with you. Whatever method you choose, taking a moment to express gratitude can be a powerful way to shift your mindset towards food and eating. Tip number 5, be mindful of your emotions. Being mindful of your emotions is a crucial aspect of mindful eating. Our emotions can strongly influence our eating habits, leading us to eat more or less than we need, or to make less healthy food choices. By paying attention to our emotional state before, during, and after eating, we can become more aware of these patterns and take steps to change them. Emotional eating is a common problem, and many of us are guilty of using food as a way to cope with stress, boredom, or other difficult emotions. However, while food can provide temporary relief, it doesn't address the underlying issues that are causing the emotions in the first place. This can lead to a cycle of emotional eating that can be hard to break. If you find that you're eating out of boredom, stress, or other emotions, try to find other ways to cope. For example, you might try going for a walk, doing some deep breathing exercises, or calling a friend. These activities can help you to manage your emotions in a healthy way without relying on food as a crutch. Another way to be mindful of your emotions is to practice self-compassion. Instead of beating yourself up for emotional eating or other perceived mistakes, try to approach yourself with kindness and understanding. Remember that everyone struggles with difficult emotions at times, and that it's okay to ask for help or support when you need it. Overall, being mindful of your emotions can help you to develop a more positive relationship with food and eating. By taking steps to manage your emotions in a healthy way, you can break free from the cycle of emotional eating and enjoy food in a way that feels nourishing and satisfying. Incorporating mindful eating into your daily routine can have numerous benefits for your physical and mental health. By following the 5 best tips, such as focusing on your senses, chewing slowly, and paying attention to your hunger and fullness cues, you can cultivate a deeper awareness of your relationship with food and create a more positive and nourishing eating experience. By practicing mindful eating regularly, you can develop a more balanced and mindful approach to your overall health and well-being.